Please subscribe to Morris TVGH.
Impartial jury, accurate timekeepers, my worthy opponent, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. My name is Frema Amoakohene, the principal speaker standing against the motion before this very important house. The motion before the house is, Indigenous publishers are champions of Ghana's soft power at home and abroad. My colleagues and I strongly stand against the motion and will adduce evidence to make clear, fair and plain our views about the motion before this great gathering. For avoidance of any doubt and to make very clear the motion before the House, I would like to explain some key terms in the motion. According to the Oxford Dictionary online, defines indigenous as coming from a particular place or having lived there for a long time, belonging to, relating to, or being developed by these people. Wikipedia also defines publishers as individuals or organizations who have distributed or distribute content to the public. A champion, on the other hand, is anybody who has been able to surpass all his or her rivals in sporting contests and competitions. While soft power refers to a persuasive approach to international relations, typically involving the use of economic and cultural influence. Ladies and gentlemen, the motion before the House simply means that our native indigenous publishers have been able to succeed in promoting and projecting the country's image far more than any other organization through any other means. Ladies and gentlemen, some published materials on the market are filled with errors. Yes, and these errors tend to cause a lot of confusion to people who read such content. Mr. Asari President of GPA, said that we should not overlook the errors in such publications, but we should clear them out ahead of selling them. The House, do you believe that these publishers have the resources to engage professionals in providing their work? I don't think so. And how does this publication promote the soft power we are talking about if they are filled with so many errors? Some of these errors never get corrected and are passed on from one person to the other, which causes a lot of confusion. The Ghanaian indigenous publishers lack the capacity to be classified as champions in projecting the country both internationally and locally. It is very ironical to call indigenous publishers as champions when they've not even been able to meet the need of the books that students need. Let me explain. In recent times, students and schools needed some textbooks and complain of the unavailability of these textbooks. But then, I know people will be quick to say these publishers are not the ones responsible for providing the schools with the books they need. But then, have you thought of it? If we indeed had a strong publishers association, they could have pushed for these textbooks to be got for these schools and for the students on time. If we indeed had these strong publishers association, they could have done that. And this is why I am strongly against the motion before the House. The Ghanaian indigenous publishers lack the recognition from their own countries. Most locals do not even value the quality of the work done by them. It's either they are too expensive or they don't even reach the international standards. As a result, only a few people patronize their work. Ladies and gentlemen, could my opponent here tell me the title of the last book he read? No, I don't think so. The chair, some writers and publishers imitate storylines from foreign stories, from our American friends, Europeans, and even our Nigerian friends. Come on, sometimes, how do you promote the Ghanaian culture as an indigenous writer or publisher if you're not able to promote your own indigenous work? The chair, it is with no doubt that some of our Ghanaian indigenous publishers have caught the eye of some portion of the youth, of course. Let's take our very own, the late Peggy and the late Amoakohene. May they so rest in perfect peace. The question I want to put before the House is, how did you do it? The content of some of these books do not meet the standards and the interests of the youth. This is because Most of these books are filled with outmoded culture, Ghanaian culture practices, such as witchcraft, amongst others. And then these are not the interests of the youth. The interests of the youth cut across adventures, mysteries, a little bit of romance and history to garnish it all up. But then, our Ghanaian indigenous publishers, you hardly see these days in their publications. And how then do our Ghanaian publishers become champions in promoting our country? Ladies and gentlemen, Ghanaian publishers do not even qualify for local champions, not to talk of international champions. No offense. What have they promoted internationally about the country? How many publishers meet the international standards? Okay. The Ghanaian Publishers Association is non-profit, making the association of books for publishers in Ghana. The association is the only collective voice of books for book publishers in Ghana, which serves as the rallying point for all the book publishers in book publishing industry. And the objective of this publishing association is to unite the publishers in Ghana for the promotion of the publishing industry. Have you thought of it? Why are they trying to activate the publication industry if it is not already dead? You would only want to do such a thing if it is dead or dying. And then the reason for this is because, yes, I understand that they want to activate it because modern technology has activated their publishing in the country, and this is why we continue to stand against the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, and the chair, publishing in Ghana is devilled with piracy. Without authority, a printer printed and marketed a government local publisher's co-textbook. He was caught and summoned before the top brass of the Ministry of Education. Yes, he confessed printing and selling books without authority. But then, how do we consider such people, such characters, as champions of our country? Can we promote such illegal acts as champions? Can we promote such illegal cultures as our country's champions? This is why we will strongly stand against the motion, and we still do. Ladies and gentlemen, the indigenous publishers lack leadership. The society has degenerated to the point that we have moved from everything Ghanaian food, Ghanaian clothes, religion, jobs, to copying everything for it. Now, how many people read Ghanaian books, even not for examination purposes? So, how many people here would read a Ghanaian book if it is not for people's identity changing? I'm not for notice or for competitions. Our media houses have filled our television sets with foreign movies, and these foreign movies even last for more than a year. How does this give both the local and international readers the opportunity to read? Indeed, indigenous publishers have only succeeded in complaining about the dying of publishing and not promoting any soft power anywhere in the world. The last time I went to the Ghana Publishing Office, I was so disappointed. Would you believe that most of the books on the shelves were filled with international books, foreign books, and non-local ones? This is why we continue to stand against the motion. The chair, the cost of printing and publication in the country is scary. Due to taxes and material, to improve margins, most publishers in Ghana and even Nigeria are now printing in India. The unit cost of printing in India, even if you add shipping, is half of that locally. The poor scheduling changes remain. The poor unit cost of printing in India, even if you add shipping, is that how locally? Overprinting and poor scheduling challenges remain. How do you promote the culture of your country if you are collapsing businesses and reducing employment in your own backyard? Where do we get the potential readers? Where do our potential readers get the resources to purchase these published material when they have been impoverished? This is why I firmly stand against the motion. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, We have indigenous publishers. What have these indigenous publishers done to prominent Ghanaians? As the saying goes, negative news sells. Some publishers in the country have become so political that everything they do and everything they publish is tainted with their political views. Some publishers have managed to scandalize our very own institution in the country to the extent that some of our organizations in the country have lost recognition in the international space. What are they promoting? If publishing has also become a weapon in the hands of people who have the opportunity to publish, then what are they doing if not committing murder? Some of these opportunities to publish, some of these publishers caught in this unprofessional act are sued and fined, and this causes those publishing firms to go bankrupt. I think that footballers and celebrities and other educationalists have promoted the soft power more than any other publishing institution we have in Ghana. Thank you.
I get the only girls who say that they are a product of the day. I'm not saying they are there. She's the CEO of Afram Publications to award the school with a plaque.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry.
The distraction of focus.
A round of applause for our winners.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe,
and click on the bell for more updates.